Welcome back to the Third Opinion Podcast. Heard only on... Ethan?
It's not heard on me, Elisha.
It's not heard on Ethan?
That's ridiculous. Only heard on WCPI.
And...
Voice of the Highland Rim.
Voice of the Highland Rim. And also...
The YouTubes.
YouTube.
And
Third Opinion Podcast.
The YouTube.
And the YouTube.
And the WCPI.
And...
That's it.
YouTube.
And WCPI.
Yes. Ethan, how have you been?
Well, Elisha, I've been hanging on.
Yeah.
Like a hair.
Uh-huh.
On a mole.
Uh-huh.
It's very vivid for you there.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
No, I've been good. Been great.
That's good.
Been great. Been busy.
Oh yeah.
Was feeling a little not so good earlier in the week, but I'm doing much better now.
Yeah.
Took me some Dayquil NyQuil. Just kind of cocktailed it up and drank it down. Actually, I took the pills, but it's delicious. Not really, but I felt much better. So
yes.
Here we are now.
And here we are now recording episode
we had
22.
An eventful week.
We did. We had quite the busy
week. You and I
week.
both did.
Separately, and then the week ended with us being together.
Being conjoined.
Being conjoined twins again.
Yes. Siamese.
Yes.
Like the cats.
Exactly. We are recording today's episode number 22.
On the 28th.
8th of January. Yeah.
January.
Ooh, go to Facebook and also go to YouTube to look at our pre-episode Go Getting Milk.
For the delicious
Oreos that Ethan brought us. Ethan brought Oreos. I bought milk. We drove around in my mom's Fun Boy fast car. It was a great time.
The Jaguar
The Jaguar F-Type.
Jaguar
V8S.
F-Type with a V8 engine.
Yes.
It's quite fast and fancy.
But it's like raining and wet out, so we didn't go faster than 60.
Drove.
Yeah, we
the speed
drove
limit.
normally. Yeah.
Like responsible boy. Well, actually,
Yeah.
I rode the speed limit.
Yeah.
And you drove the speed limit.
Exactly.
And we were good little boys.
We were safe little boys.
I unfortunately received a ticket.
Oh yeah, you told me about that.
On the way home on Friday night.
On the way home from
me and
you from Friday night, from me and you having Waffle House dinner.
I had a headlight out.
Yeah.
It went out on my way home, and
yeah.
That's how it goes.
Those darn coppers pulled you over.
That's how it goes. Doing his job. I was frustrated, but he was doing his job, so can't fault him. That's it.
Real aggravation. You think for
got it fixed now though. So
yeah,
it's all good.
I would think that because it went out that day.
It did actually on the way home.
You would think that you saying, "Well, it went out this day. I'm going home, and then tomorrow I'm getting it fixed."
But looking back on it, I understand because they probably get all kinds of stories.
Maybe I would still. Well, they know how many times they have pulled you over.
Yeah.
I would still think like, okay, get it fixed tomorrow.
Yeah. So.
Because I get pulled over in November,
which is what I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it fixed. Luckily, I was able to get it fixed. Locally here.
What an aggravation.
Yeah, it was. That headlight was not a cheap boy.
No.
Let me tell you.
And then the citation?
I have. Luckily, that was cheap. It's like $20 or something.
But $20 go towards getting the headlight fixed.
I don't know, but that's okay.
Yeah. I guess.
It is what it is. But headlight, it was like $100.
They're expensive.
Ouchies.
Yeah, they're expensive. Mine are like 40 to get an entire, or mine is 60 to get the entire part fixed, the entire one headlight area fixed.
Mine's
it's easy.
Mine's
to
$100
do.
for one bulb.
Well, mine's easy to do,
Ouchies.
but it's like you have to get like really weird Mercedes bulbs.
Yeah.
That's a trick that they did in the early 2000s to get you to buy their bulbs specifically. Same thing with windshield wipers. Mine are like a specialty windshield wiper that costs like $90 to get a new set.
Well, it's like that weird, the weird Tesla windshield wiper, that massive. Just
the massive like
little funky. They have like the little
38-inch,
little tiny one and the really big one.
Yeah, the Countach did that also.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, it's like a weird old Italian sports car thing.
Ferrari.
It's
a Ferrari.
Lamborghini.
Was it a Lamborghini? I can't remember.
Countach Lamborghini. Yeah.
Lamborghini.
Ooh, that'd be neat. Kind of see both of them. The car sounds great.
Ferragini.
Real fast. Barely works. And the interior is just okay. Because Lamborghini for a long time did just okay interiors, but Ferrari always went like leather and stuff.
That's very true.
On the topic of cars, just real fast. There's a car that I'm really interested in that sold at the Barrett Jackson auction in Arizona.
Ooh, what was it?
It was the Ferrari 308 GTB, but it was the San Francisco company called Electric GT. Their electric conversion kit. It has like 60 more horsepower than the original did, but it's electric. But it has like 100 more torque, and it beat the original lap time of the Ferrari by like 10 seconds.
How old's the 408?
The 308 is
The 508.
the 908 is 1979, 79 to 86. And
That's
this
interesting.
one,
So it's an all electric car they converted it to?
yeah, they converted all electric. They replaced
Interesting.
the steering and suspension and all that. They replaced the interior to have like a touchscreen and all that. Touchscreen, Bluetooth, but they redid the leather because it was like a junked up thing sitting like a scrapyard.
Sure.
And then they redid the electric conversion kit, and I don't know how much it sold for. I'm really trying hard to figure out how much it sold for.
I wonder. I would have liked to watch that because I love watching those auctions. They're really cool.
Yeah, but it sold the 19th week ago. I don't know.
They do
But
have
I thought it was really interesting. I really wanted to buy it.
Also on the topic of cars, saw a GTR yesterday.
Ooh, you sent me a Snapchat about that.
It was pretty. I really liked it. Like
Yeah.
like if I was to go make one, that's the color I would get.
Yeah,
It's a
black.
nice black. Oh,
Nice midnight black.
had a nice kind of. It was kind of like my interior. It was kind of
Yeah.
like that light tan
Yeah,
leather.
yeah.
Looked really nice. As weird as it is, that in black and that in silver, you wouldn't think it would go together at all, but it looks really. It looks really nice.
They go great together.
Looks really nice.
Yes.
So
Are you ready to get into the? Well, let's talk about the play that Robert was in first, and then we can get to the milkshake review.
we have a lot of goodness coming up.
Lot of
Also,
goodness.
first hour-long episode.
Yes.
Other 30 minutes will be on
The YouTube.
the YouTube.
You can also follow us on the Facebook page, Third Opinion Podcast,
And find your link there.
and find the link there.
It should be up sometime
There's another YouTube
tonight,
channel
maybe.
called Third Opinion. That's not us. I don't know what it is, but
Womp.
there's one.
Womp a womp.
Well, I don't know what it is. Like it shows up like 2 or 3 entries on YouTube before us, even though they haven't posted anything like in 3 years.
They also have more views than we do.
Probably. I don't know what it is though.
We need to take them down.
We gotta take them out.
Gotta hire a hit squad. Nobody heard that. I'm just kidding.
You didn't hear nothing. You didn't hear nothing.
No. Well, you'll be next. No, I'm just kidding.
So Ethan, what did you think of Robert's play that he was in? And it
So?
was Robert's. He bought it. He made it himself.
It was not Robert's. It was the play that Robert happened to be in. Robert is not a successful playwright, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, it'd be awesome if it was.
Then he would probably not be working at the radio station if he was.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe he'd just be a little hermit boy who worked on the radio station, but who knows?
You never know.
So it was the Brothers Grimm
Spectacular-thon.
Spectacular-thon. Quite the name.
Done by Warren Arts.
Done
Shout out
by
to Warren Arts.
Warren Arts.
Both have been great.
Both productions so far, top notch.
I do wish that you got to see It's a Wonderful Life because that's like the part of.
So
not
I
being in
actually
it.
did. Somebody
Ooh.
did a recording.
Ooh.
It's not published because of
local
copyright
people
reasons,
and copyright stuff
you
and
know.
all that. Yeah,
But somebody did a recording. We did get to watch it, so that was cool.
it was really good. It's a Wonderful Life was
Got to at
very
least
good.
See it, one time.
Yeah.
So that was cool.
The Brothers Grimm Spectacular-thon, which was only one act, was still great.
Right?
We laughed.
Hour-long play.
We laughed. We cried.
Had some good chuckles throughout, really.
A lot of it was really, really funny.
All of the people in there were quite hilarious.
Very well done.
I must
very
say.
funny. Yes.
Except for Robert. He did.
Except for Robert.
Terrible job. No. No, he really did a great job.
He did a great
and
job.
I had been telling him since I did It's a Wonderful Life. We were like, you need to go do one next time they do
Yeah.
one. He was like, okay. And then he did, and then he was great.
Yeah.
He was really, really great.
The last one plays in like 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Today, Sunday. By the time you're listening to this,
No.
it's already been over.
Yeah, it actually was this afternoon.
Oh, okay. They wasn't at 7:30.
No, it was this afternoon.
Okay, cool.
Because such and such.
Okay, that makes sense.
So,
But it was really funny. I really
which is
enjoyed
how we
it.
did on the last one too. They did.
That
it.
makes sense. Yeah.
That was in the afternoon. So,
See, I don't go to church that much, so I forget about that entirely.
well,
Well,
well.
I don't like that face and the.
Nah. I don't think we can be. No, I'm just kidding. All right. But no, it was really good.
We made the joke beforehand. Like we got there like 10 minutes beforehand, and I was eating a milkshake for the milkshake
Really
review.
right on time.
We got in there probably 5 minutes before it started.
It was a good crowd.
It was good, yeah,
crowd.
decent sized crowd. And then we made the joke. We need to mention on the podcast that everyone was great except Robert. for whatever reason, Robert was just not funny.
It just wasn't good.
He like everyone else's
on me.
Everyone else's jokes landed.
He heckled me.
He did. It was really funny
How
though.
are you gonna heckle your audience?
How are you gonna heckle one of your friends?
Actually, that was great. I thought that was
funny.
hilarious.
I knew he was gonna pick us out.
I didn't even think about it because I told him it was gonna be like I was like, if you pick on me, I don't care.
Yeah.
And then he did, and I was completely like taken aback. I was like, "Eat gad, sir!
How dare you?
How dare ye?
How dare you heckle me?"
I did use the restroom before the show. Thank you.
He's like,
My bladder is empty.
He's like, are you sure? Or go to the bathroom beforehand. It's all right. We will wait. Sir, are you okay? And he's pointing at you, and you said, "Yes, I'm fine."
Like, yes, I'm fine.
I'm fine. And and then he said, "Are you sure? You look a little touch and go." And you're like, "I went before the show started. Yes, I'm fine."
I promise you. I'm fully aware of how this works.
Yeah, it was really funny.
It was great though. I loved everybody did really well together though.
Yeah.
Everybody.
It felt organic.
It really did. The chemistry on stage was really, really, like you said, organic. It was just really great. I don't think anybody stood out like a sore thumb. Like, because you know, like sometimes you have like one person that's like way better than everybody else, and it just like it. Well, but it can really teeter the play.
Yeah.
You know, like if they're overacting.
Everybody in this one was equally as bad.
No. Everybody in this was equally good.
Yeah.
You know? So like everybody met each other and carried each other.
Yeah.
As a cohesive family type unit, you know.
At no point did I think, oh, well, they didn't practice that enough.
No, yeah.
The entire time I was thinking, man, these jokes
Just
are really
so good.
I didn't think it was very
honestly
funny.
Like if I didn't know they had actually rehearsed a lot, I would think they just did it.
It was like it had very improv-y feel to it.
It did, and
almost none of it was improv though.
And they did such a good job with that.
Yeah,
like that feeling carried so well.
Me and you helped at least one of the actors with some of the lines to help me write, because it's a lot of line memorization.
It is quite a bit of lines,
and it's 1 hour long with no break.
It's hard to remember that. It's that much stuff. It really is.
So me and Robert went over it, like at the station like 4 or 5 times. And each time, like I kept laughing at something new. But I delivered all my lines just like this. I didn't add any dialogue. I didn't add any dialogue, any improv. I didn't add any voices or anything.
And that's what I did when I did it.
Yeah.
Now the first time I did it was he was like, "All right, this character has a British voice." So I did the Greg Miller. Oi, oi. And I did the one. I was like, "All right, puppet."
Everybody's accents were bad but funny.
They were good though. I thought
but
they
you
were
could
good.
also tell
I love
individual
Robert's
accents. Robert's accents were funny.
I loved Robert's accents. They were good. They were actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Like they were tastefully.
Yeah.
They were tasteful.
I'll agree with that.
Like they were comedic. They were good.
Yeah, they were comedic and well placed.
Really.
However, I would not hire any of them to voice act any different ethnicities or people of different country origins.
No, but I mean that's the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be like extremely. They're not getting an Oscar nomination, which was like brought up 2 or 3 times actually in the play.
I loved how meta some of the stuff like that was.
A lot of the stuff really is meta.
Like I really enjoyed that.
Like one of them was overacting because it was part of that thing.
Yeah.
And then Robert said, "All right, well, someone thinks the Oscar committee is sitting in the audience."
I even knew that was coming because I ran that part with him.
Yeah.
And I still laughed so hard.
I still laughed too.
Some
of the jokes I thought would be funnier were like not as funny as I thought they would be.
Yeah.
But some that I thought weren't going to be any funny at all, like I didn't laugh at.
It's all in the
somebody else's
interpretation.
interpretation. It is. I mean? It is. Comedy is all in the delivery and all in the context.
Mm-hmm.
And I really enjoyed it. I really had a good time.
I did.
I wish I had more free time to go see it a second time.
I almost went yesterday, but I did not get back in time to do so.
And the reason is because you watched.
I watched The Shape of Water.
Listen to part 2 of this PCast to hear that rebuke. That rebuke. No, just kidding. Now spoilers. I'm not gonna tell you what I thought of it right now. Gotta tune in. All right. Yeah, turn into the second half of the PCast.
I did, and then I went and saw a friend I hadn't seen in a while, so that was nice. Had some pizza at a new place I had in Murfreesboro. I had not been to before. I enjoy quite enjoy BJ's in Murfreesboro. If you
really
have
good.
never been there, their flatbread pizza is delicioso.
Ooh, I haven't been there in a long time.
But I had it's called Jonathan's Grill, and has a kind of a similar atmosphere. And I had a pizza there. It was pretty good. I really enjoyed the wings. Actually, that was my favorite part that I had. This was at Jonathan's. It's a little bit up from the avenue there. But they had good wings. Like, so they had their mild sauce was a little sweet actually, and I liked that because it had didn't have quite enough spice for my taste.
Yeah,
but I liked the little sweet little zing it had. Like it was
yeah,
good. It was an interesting sauce.
Having sauce that has pepper and flavor to it, hot. Putting sweet, in my opinion, only makes it better.
Agreed. But
if it's crazy sweet and overpowering.
There wasn't really much spice to this, and I wish I would have gotten a little bit hotter. I think I would have liked it a little bit better, but they were still very good. I very much enjoyed it. So
I do enjoy me some spicy food.
Unfortunately, I have nothing to retaliate with.
Yeah, I'm put the slide whistle in a box because I'm sending it back.
Rip slide whistle.
Oh, I gotta send it back before the 2nd.
Yeah.
So I have literally 2 days to get rid of it.
But as it is. But yeah, so that was good. We had some tasty waffles.
We did. Waffle House is so good.
We got some good ideas.
Waffle House is
That was
great.
a great brainstorming session we had there.
That was.
Okay.
And I wish we had taken a selfie or something.
I know.
To put on the Facebook page. Completely forgot about it from the amount of bits and jokes and the planning that we did.
could have spelled out third opinion in waffles.
And waffle sauce.
It would have taken a lot of waffles.
It would have taken a lot of waffles.
An awful lot of waffles.
A waffle lot of waffles.
But it was good. It was very good. It's very good. So
And
definitely, if you missed the Brothers Grimm Spectaculathon, you really missed a fantastic show.
Yeah, you really did. And if you're listening not in McMinnville or Middle Tennessee and you can't go see it, I feel for you.
We're very sorry.
We're very sorry because it was really good.
It was really, really good.
What's the next Warren Arts program?
The next Warren Arts program is the one that I'm in.
Ooh.
On
As the main baby.
As the main baby boy. Not quite the main character, but the main boy.
Yes.
Main fellow there. It is Barefoot in the Park. It is a Neil Simon play set in the 60s, if I remember right.
I haven't heard of it until you told me about it.
And it's quite the romp, and you should definitely go see it.
I recommend any Warren Arts play or theater or program, go see them. They're well worth it.
They really are. It's really building into a great thing.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to see it keep growing.
See, I've seen 2 or 3 Cannon County Arts things when I was younger, and I thought they were good. I enjoyed them.
They were.
But now that I'm older and I appreciate art and stuff like that more, like I would love to go traveling again and see all the cool museums and art stuff.
Like that's one reason I'm glad I got to go to Chicago and do that museum as an adult.
I also went to Chicago.
I got to. You spent an hour in Chicago.
I spent an hour. I
spent 12 hours walking my feet off. It was an awesome day. Really awesome day. But here or there. Mm-hmm. But yeah, support your local arts, peeps.
Yeah, support local
wherever
arts.
You may be.
Very important.
Wherever you may be.
Just support local stuff. You know? Shout out to the last episode where I completely went on a rant about corporations and big business and all that. Some of it's great. Some of it's not great. Listen to that episode. I don't think.
But that's America.
Was it 21 or was it 20?
This is 21.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyway, it was 21.
We're at 18 minutes. You ready to
Our
talk
boy
about,
can drink now.
You talking about the milkshake review? See, I wanted to make for today, me and you, vegan milkshakes. Ran out of time.
It's okay. We got vegan Oreos.
We did. Oreos are vegan. Big fan. Although I have to say, I'm more a fan of Hydrox.
I prefer Niner Butters. I'm just working with my mouth here.
Yeah. Well, now you have the Christmas bells.
I don't like the Christmas bells.
Okay.
Grumble, grumble.
Bah humbug.
Bah humbug.
Ethan's a bad boy that doesn't like Christmas.
Where's my coal? But no, yeah. But so that was good.
Yeah. Let me get the music that I already have selected for this done.
So.
Where is it?
Next segment.
Next segment. Oh yeah, dude.
Ooh. What could that sound be? Could it be a tasteful rendition of an opinion on some ice creamy
I want to turn this down.
shakes.
All right, there we go.
I believe it is.
All right. So, Monday, I just felt like having a milkshake Monday. You know, you get that feeling. You're like, you know what?
You do.
I really just
Sometimes
want a
you just
milkshake
gotta feed the cravings.
So I went to Sonic, and I was like, you know what? Just a small vanilla milkshake and a small bowl of fries. Sounds great. I had that. I spent my $4.50.
Now let me ask you this.
Yes.
Did you get the same flavor shake every place you went?
Yeah, all vanilla all the way.
Okay.
And I also got a small vanilla shake or whatever size they gave me,
Right.
and then small fries. With all of them, I did that.
Very fair.
So I did Sonic first. The next day, Tuesday, I did Dairy Queen, Hardee's, day 3. Day 4 was McDaniel's. Wednesday was Friday, and Crystal's was Saturday. And I had a great time. I feel great and not ill at all from drinking a milkshake every day.
Do you feel any thicker?
I feel not thicker. I feel the exact same. So I've been working out my arms and stuff a bunch, and my hips.
Been shaking those hips. They don't lie.
Each category, I did the category. Finding the categories was probably the hardest part.
I would imagine so.
But there were 5 categories for each shake: consistency, value, taste, the weight, how long it took to get, and how it tasted with fries. Did the fries complement the shake in any way? Did the shake complement the fries in any way?
And I feel like that's a good way to do it because, you know, you got the salt of the fries.
Yes.
And you have the sweetness of the milkshake.
Exactly.
And those are 2 contradictions that complement each other very well.
They're made to be together. Much like me and pizza. Me and bad Italian food.
I'm going to marry a pizza.
If you like pizza so much, why don't you marry it?
I think I will, Elisha.
Does anyone say that anymore for anything? If you like something so much, why don't you marry it? You like McDonald's so much, why don't you marry it?
If that's the case, I'd have a lot of wives.
Yeah, no, same. Well, that's fine in some places.
I could get dangerous.
So Monday, I had Sonic. We're going to start with the very first part of it. The consistency of the Sonic shake was thick, but
That's my favorite part about Sonic shakes.
thick to a point where it took a long time to drink it. Because I would drink it like 5 or 6 minutes after I got it. I got off work from the radio
that's fair.
station.
You almost have to.
I got off work from the radio station or whatever it was, and then went somewhere else. I went to the liquor store with my mama to talk about them, or I came home. Same amount of travel time from town.
Right.
So each time variation traveling was the exact same. The value 405 milliliters and $4.64 with fries. How much the shake, fries, and tax was.
And then
So we got 8 for that.
And that's the one thing that with Sonic, it's a little bit more expensive.
A little more expensive, but you get a big shake.
But you do. You
Yeah.
do. And they're usually pretty good. You know, they're consistent.
Yeah, they are consistent.
It may not be the best, but
Not
it's
the best,
very
yeah.
consistent.
Which brings me to my next part, the taste of the Sonic shake. While it is good, and Sonic does make good shakes, they don't focus on the plain shakes enough.
Right. Well, because they have it's such a vast menu.
Huge variety of shakes. So they got a 6 for taste. Good, but not their focus. The wait was a little bit longer. I got through 3 or 4 songs, and I base this off of like the same, 2 to 5
Right.
minutes. If I can get through a song, then I'm having to wait a little bit longer. They were shorthanded on Monday. Don't know why, because it was like 7.
Yeah, that's pretty prime time.
Yeah, they
Especially-
only had
especially
like
for
3 4 people working. With fries, the fries were great. They had enough salt, and then the milkshake was fine enough to dip the fries in if you wanted to.
I can't go there without getting tater tots.
Their tater tots are really good.
I'm usually I'm not a super tater tot fan,
I'm not either.
but I love the Sonic tater tot.
Sonic tater tots are real great. Let's see. The weight was 5. It got a 5, and then with fries was 7 for a total of 64. I take the base score, doubled, then I doubled it. So if it got like a 32 or whatever, it got a 64 total out of 100. And that's just the way the milkshake crumbles.
That's just the way the cookie shakes.
That's just the way the shake melts. the milk shakes.
Indeed.
All
Who
right.
is next, Elisha?
The next one is Dairy Queen. The consistency of the Dairy Queen shake was Drinkable. Now, drinkable for me is in between thin, being like water, and thick, being like ice cream.
See,
The consistency was 7, a nice middle ground.
I prefer mine on the upper half of the thickness.
However, for value, 240 milliliters and $4.94 is how much it was with fries and with tax. It got a 4 for value because 240 milliliters is not a lot.
It's really
I got done with it in no time. And for $5, I think you should be getting more than that.
Agreed.
The taste, however, was very sweet. The whipped cream that went with it was perfect. You mix them together, and it was really sweet. It was.
That's
very
my
good.
favorite part about their milkshakes.
Very
They
good.
just have that big, thick layer of
whipped
cream.
whipped cream. Very.
That
good.
is my favorite part of it. Granted, the shakes are very good as well, but
Yeah.
that nice layer of whipped cream.
I do have to say, Dairy Queen's taste was striking and stood out more than anybody else's. Maybe
Quite a bit sweeter, right?
very sweet, very sweet. The wait was a 6. I didn't have to wait that long, but I was still behind 2 or 3 cars that like ordered more stuff than me. I
That's
guess.
fair.
Or one of them ordered more stuff than me, but one of them got like 2 or 3 things, or like one handful of things and was done. So I don't know what took so long. With fries, the fries were salty, but they were very generic. But they
That's
were
fair.
still good. They were still good and they're still hot. So they got a 7 to make Dairy Queen's total of 62, less than Sonic, only because of the value. For Sonic's, it was 464. 494 is Dairy Queen's, and you get half of the milkshake size. Darn shame.
Very true.
Very true. Hardee's. Now, Hardee's was the first one that really, out of the 3 I've had so far, Hardee's, Sonic, Dairy Queen, Hardee's was very good.
I love
It only
their
comes
milkshakes.
in one size. They have a milkshake cup, and it comes in one size.
And to be fair, it's just about the right amount,
It is. Yeah, I would agree.
in my opinion.
The consistency of the shake was thin, but it was still drinkable with the 7 being the consistency.
That's the other. They also have a nice, thick bit of the whipped cream.
Yes, certainly. And it complements it just fine.
It really does.
The value, 318 milliliters, a little bit less than Sonic, way more than Dairy Queen, but still just enough. It was $5.25 to get a one-size shake, and also
And
to get French
that's
fries.
my one downside.
It is.
Is that they're
Yeah.
a little bit on the more expensive side. It's not wallet breaking, but it's like I
It's
could
still expensive.
have
If you want to
bought a meal for this. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, exactly. For $5.25, you can get the $4 or whatever it is, and that's an entire meal and a drink.
Right.
on
The
that.
box, whatever it is.
A 7 for value. The taste, very rich, very strong. It got a 9, which is probably the highest one on here.
Very fair.
They're tied with McDonald's for flavor. It was just a very good shake.
Very good. Very good. I've never had a bad one from Hardee's.
I haven't either. The weight was an 8 because I started Billy Idol's Money Money as soon as I pulled in. Money. As soon as I pulled in, the song started, and I ordered the shake. And the way the new Hardee's is set up, so fast, perfect.
It is
That
quite
really
efficient.
helps them out a lot. They got an 8 for a wait because I finished Money Money as soon as I was leaving Hardee's. Almost no time at all.
The good.
At 7 at night, also, almost no one was there.
That's surprising.
That is surprising. With fries, now the fries is where the Hardee's shake falls.
Yeah.
Their fries are just okay.
They're just kind of there.
And by the time I got to the liquor store,
They are potatoes.
they were cold. The fries got cold immediately.
They get-
They were in
they
a
get
little
hard.
paper bag.
They
They
get
get cold and they
hard,
get
too.
hard. Yeah. So the fries, with fries, got a 4.
I would be curious to try that same pairing with the curly fries that they have.
Yes. Yeah. That's my mom said the exact same thing.
I don't know if it would translate as well.
I don't think it
Because
would.
curly fries aren't as salty
They aren't,
as
They are
regular
good.
fries are.
but they just aren't as salty.
So
Hardee's total would be a 78, but because of the fries, it's bumped down to a 70. And that's the only thing that was wrong with it. Besides that, it was really good. It was really good. It was a nice taste of fresh air.
Oh, they really do have the best shakes,
was a
probably
very good
fast
shake.
food shakes, in
Yeah.
my opinion.
Yeah. And would you believe it? We're already at 27 minutes.
Oh,
So we'll continue the rest of this milkshake review in the second half, which you can listen to on YouTube. Also, go like us on the Facebook page, please. Ethan,
Elisha,
this is a good half hour.
that's
I've had
a good
a great
half
time.
hour. It's always a good time.
It is always a good
I'm
time.
excited to finally be in the full swing again.
Me too, as well.
Thank you, my boy.
And you're welcome, my boy. This episode of the Third Opinion Podcast?
I don't want to do any prodding.
This episode,
Cattle or otherwise.
no, thank you. This is a cattle-free episode.
Prod-free zone.
This episode is brought to you by Somewhere Liquors. You heard of them, Ethan?
I have heard of. I think I've heard of them maybe once.
Once or twice, maybe.
Maybe 12 times.
Smart Liquors is located in the Plaza Shopping Center across the street from Citizens Tri-County Bank. Their location is 1100 Smithville Highway, Suite 137 in McMinnville, Tennessee.
What do they have, Elisha?
How do I stop this racket? Thank you.
You're welcome. What do they have, Elisha?
They have a wide selection of bourbons, whiskeys, vodkas, and tequilas. Much more. It is such a big place.
Tell them about the fancy cave.
They have a walk-in beer cave. Nice. Cool. You want a case of beer, you go in, you find it, you walk out. Very nice.
Be nice.
They are McMinnville's first liquor store.
Very historic.
Listen to episode 5 to hear that one.
You can hear the entire story.
Exactly. The entire story.
The rest of the story.
Yes. Their business hours are 8 through 10, Monday through Thursday, and 8 to 11, Friday and Saturday.
Convenient.
And their phone number you can hear at the beginning of this podcast on the radio.
And the end of the podcast.
And the end of the podcast on the radio. Thanks to Somewhere Liquors for sponsoring and underwriting this program.
And folks, that's all she wrote.
That's all she wrote. And we'll hear you guys in the later half of the podcast on YouTube. And you can like us on Facebook. Thank you very much.
Have a great day.
Hello and welcome to part 2 of the Big Baby Boys milkshake review.
Wah.
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 Also, it's a good time for my refrigerator to turn on. Maybe
I'm
you
a
can
big
hear
baby.
that. You're a big baby.
Change me.
You like milkshakes, big baby?
Wah.
Mm-hmm.
Wah.
Oh no, he spit up.
Wah. All right, this bit's done.
Yeah, you ready to get into the second half of the milkshake review?
That went a little bit too far.
Yes.
It's like what I did there.
Yeah, I did.
I don't think you did.
I didn't.
We're done.
Yep. Episode's canceled. Thanks for listening. Let's see. We left off at McDaniel's or Wendy's?
McDaniel's.
McDaniel's. McDaniel's consistency was a 7. A very nice in-between with a thin, thick mixture. The whipped cream was good also. I got all these with whipped cream also. I think I mentioned that before.
Whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
The value of the McDonald's milkshake, small vanilla milkshake, was 354 milliliters at $3.50 for a small shake and a small french fries. So it got a 9 because that's one of the best values. The taste was a 7. Very good, but it wasn't like crazy standout or whatever. You know, because you can get like the Blitz or whatever else if you wanted.
Well, I drank it and it made me go, wow.
Wow.
Wow. It's a lot of excitement, folks.
Yeah, that's very exciting. The wait for the McDonald's one was like no time at all. I got past maybe, or I probably got like midway on one song. Okay, it took like no time at all. McDonald's is fast though.
The actual weight is about a kilogram.
No, 354 milliliters. A kilogram.
A kilogram.
Which weighs more, a kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers?
A kilogram.
Well, the steel weighs more. Have you seen that video?
It's a kilogram.
It's a kilogram. I'll have to show that video later. With fries, McDonald's fries are good, but they get cold real fast. And I think them getting cold too fast really depreciates their flavor and price later on in the fry market. So I got a 7, making McDaniel's total to a 76. Pretty good. So far the highest on the list. Oh, ooh. Now let's see. We're going right into Wendy's. I got Wendy's on Friday.
Right before the Playboy.
Right before the Playboy. Great time, great play.
Good time, good play.
And the consistency of the Wendy's Frosty. Now they don't do ice cream and they don't do milkshakes. They do Frosties.
They do some kind of space age nonsense, Elisha.
They do, and the space age nonsense is very good. Their
But
consistency.
I'll tell you what it's not.
Mhm.
It's not Dairy Queen. Dairy Queen has the real space age nonsense.
They do have the space.
How do they flip that upside down?
I don't know.
How did they do it, Elisha?
Oh,
You want to know how? You want to know how?
I don't know. I don't know how.
They sold their soul.
Mr. Queen sold his soul.
Mr. and Mrs. Queen
Jeremiah
sold their firstborn.
Jeremiah Dairy Queen.
And those are tainted. They hold up by devil magic.
Do you remember seeing that video, probably like mid last year, of this kid that like was Snapchatting him getting a Dairy Queen shake or whatever, and like held it upside down? And he's like, "This really just does not come out. I'm surprised." And then like it fell out, and like he screamed so loud. You remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
I also remember there was a video that went around where somebody was driving through a drive-through, and they would just go up and swat people's stuff out of their hands,
Oh yeah.
which I find hilarious.
It is hilarious, but it's also like
I would be so upset if somebody did it to me, but
I would.
I would love to watch it. I would love to just sit and watch the guy just swat.
Yeah,
Swat.
it does sound like it would be pretty comedic to witness. The consistency of the Wendy's small vanilla frosty was a 7. A nice in between, nothing crazy. It's a frosty. But I do have to say, well, I'll say this after the value. The value was 354 milliliters, the exact same as a McDonald's, but it was $2.83 for small French fries and a small frosty. Putting it at 10, because that's just an incredible value. You're not going to get a better tasting or better sized piece of milkshake hardware and French fries for just $2.83.
Ooh.
Very good. Which brings me to the taste. The taste was, it's a Wendy's Frosty. You can't beat it.
Space age wizardry.
Very good. Very good. Now they do come with a spoon.
Boom.
Instead of a straw. So you need to ask for a straw if you want one. Which I didn't feel like it.
So you might say you got romantically involved
With the Wendy's Frosty.
since you spooned.
Oh, you know I did.
Wink.
Wink. Finger guns. Let's see. The wait was it was 7 o'clock, like right after the radio station, and I was the only one there in the drive-thru, and there's like 2 other people sitting inside eating, which surprised me. But it took I started a song, and before the song got done with the intro, I was out of there. Paid, product in hand, left.
The physical weight of the Wendy's was 1.5 kilogram.
The weight gets a 9. And with fries, they're Wendy's fries.
I hope you know I'm going to keep using this joke.
No, it's good. I like it.
I'll let it slide. I'll let it slide on the first 3. We're driving it home now.
Yeah.
I got to make up for lost time.
Yeah. With fries, got a 9. Just darn good. Total of the Wendy's Frosty, small vanilla Frosty, 86. Highest on here so far. Which brings me to my Saturday.
This is the one I'm curious about.
Yes, my Saturday evening. Crystals. Now I wanted to do Arby's.
Know they had milkshakes.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to do Arby's and I wanted to do Burger King, but there's only 7 days during the week, and on Sunday I'm busy, except for the podcast.
You can only shake so much without Tourette's
Exactly. Yes. Exactly.
or Parkinson's.
Exactly. The crystal consistency, nice average in between thick and thin, 7. The value. Now I do have to say, I got dinner with this also.
I also had dinner from the Crystals
Nice.
tonight.
It's pretty good. Crystals is good.
Corny dogs.
Corn dog. I haven't had a Crystal's corn dog.
They're the best.
We need to go on a fast food sometime.
My gut doesn't need fast food.
Dude, mine does.
I'm a portly boy.
You work it off. You're a strong man.
I sit in a chair all day, Elisha.
I do too, but I mean,
I'm not working anything
well, you need to work it
except
off.
these fingers.
Except those
Right
hands.
down to the bone.
The value of the Crystal's small vanilla milkshake 466 milliliters.
Ooh, that's a big boy.
So yeah, a little. I think the same size or maybe a little bit bigger than the Sonic one.
a kilogram.
1 whole kilogram. It is a little bit bigger than the Sonic milkshake. But it was. I did the math at about $5. I got dinner also with the small fries and milkshake. We should put it like at $5, right around there. So it gets an 8. You get a decent sized milkshake for a good price, and fries for a good price. $5, 8.
They do have great fries,
They do have really good fries.
except when they get soggy. It's
Yeah,
like they retain all the oils.
it does seem like Wendy's is the only one that can make
don't
like colder fries still be very good.
It's the space age technology, Elisha.
It is. Dairy Queen also. Dairy Queen fries whenever they get a little bit colder,
I don't
they're
like
still good.
Dairy Queen fries at all.
They're very plain.
I don't like them at all.
Hardee's fries are just.
I
okay.
also don't like them at all. They're okay.
It's
I like
hard to
their
find-
curly fries.
Yeah, their curly fries are great.
Those boys are good.
It's hard to find a good fry these days, you know. Let's see here. The taste, an 8. Rich, very good.
I did have some whipping cream.
It did have some whipping cream.
Ooh.
The very top part where that dome is, whipped cream. So you can mix it around. Very thick, very
See,
good.
I like to eat the whipping cream,
Mm.
and then we start with the shake.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Shake hands, get down to business.
Shakes. Get down to business.
Shake and shake.
The wait was a little bit longer, but I'm giving them a big pass off because I also got dinner with it.
You know, that's the mark of a man, Elisha.
What is?
A nice firm shake.
Nice firm shake.
No ice cream involved.
No ice cream involved. No ice cream or milk involved in this nice good shake. In this firm shake. I gave them a 6 for the wait.
Yeah.
They do take a little bit. They're on a torch taking a little bit longer. But
And usually when I get the fries, they're already cold.
yeah, that's just the way that
I'm
is.
just like, I came here at 10 o'clock at night. You're telling me you've had fries in the fryer for the past 2 hours, and you're just gonna give me those?
You've had the fries sitting above the fryer.
Not happening.
Yeah.
Not happening.
But the flavor of the fries, which brings me to the very final one for Crystals with fries, they get a 7. They were good with fries.
Ooh.
The fries really complemented the thick, rich shake. Very good. Brings the Crystals total to 72.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not a bad kilogram. Moving on.
Not bad. Kilogram.
Who was the victor?
The winner of the Big Boys Shake Review
Big boys shake off.
was Wendy's. They don't even do milkshakes. It's a Frosty. Wendy's
Does
was
it even
number
count
1.
then?
Yeah, it counts. It counts because it's not ice cream either, but it's also not a shake.
But that's like
If you want, go
hey,
ahead.
I'm gonna have a hamburger contest, but you win because your chicken sandwich is the best.
Well, no, there's still ice cream.
It's still a sandwich.
It's different.
It's not,
One,
It's not different.
it's in a cup.
Sandwiches don't come in cups, Elisha.
Well, I mean, you're right, but so excluding Wendy's then, because I also have the same reservations. Excluding Wendy's, McDonald's is second, or excluding Wendy's, McDonald's is first. So in order of the best, Wendy's is number 1, 86. McDonald's is number 2, 76. Crystal is 72. Hardee's is a 70. Sonic 64 and Dairy Queen 62. I do have to put the disclaimer, I am just a boy that likes to drink and eat food. However, take everything I say with a grain of salt or a cup of milk. And that was Elisha's.
Only if you have Oreos,
Only if you have Oreos.
which we do.
And we do. That was Elisha's milkshake review. I do thank you for listening to me talk about
Now we
milkshakes.
must end it. It's a nice firm shake.
With a nice firm shake. Oh no, are you dead fishing me?
That was a nice firm shake, Elisha. That was my firmest shake.
I can't believe you dead fished me.
That was my firmest handshake, Elisha.
Oh, gross. I feel gross.
Don't judge me.
That was gross. I didn't like that.
Don't judge me, boy. Don't judge me, boy.
All right, Ethan. You want to talk about a film or two?
What's a film?
What's a film?
A moving picture show, you
A
mean?
moving picture show?
Well, Felicia, my girl,
Yes.
my main squeeze.
Yeah.
I saw a film the other day.
What did you see the other day?
Let me tell you about it.
Go ahead and tell me about it.
It's a fish man and a mute lady.
Mm-hmm.
A beautiful love story.
I know that's what it was about.
It is. It's the shape of water.
Was it good?
It was very shapely,
Was it very watery?
very wet,
Mm.
much like water is.
Mm.
But no, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was, like I said, without too many spoilers,
Mm-hmm.
it was a love film. Not your traditional love film by any shapes or means. Some great acting. They have a hilarious black lady on there. I forget her name, but she is quite hilarious. That's a loud noise. And again, don't worry about it. My dignity. Oh, twice. I'll never get it back now.
That's fine.
But no, they have
Yeah,
a
yeah.
hilarious lady that plays alongside of the woman who plays the mute, who I forget her name, but she does a phenomenal job. Was nominated for an Oscar boy.
Oh, neato.
Hopefully she will get it. I believe it's for supporting actress. Might be leading actress. I
Maybe.
forget.
Yeah.
The gentleman that does the monster does a fantastic job blending emotion to it, which is really interesting because he's just a dude in a suit that doesn't talk.
Yeah. It's hard to do.
He learns to sign language, which is cool.
That's neat.
But yeah, it's really good, really enjoyable. Some funny banter, some good funny parts. Overall, just a good time. Don't go in expecting some kind of deep meaning to anything. Mm-hmm. Just enjoy it for what it is.
It's Guillermo del Toro, right? Mm-hmm. He's a good director.
Which he usually has a lot of, thematic things buried in there. And,
Yeah, definitely.
But this one, it's just kind of about the story. It's just these two just doing what a fish man and a mute lady do. Which I'm not real sure what that is, Elisha.
Yeah.
But I sure enjoyed learning it and watching it.
It does sound like it was a wild concept.
It was a really interesting film, but I really did enjoy it.
Well, that's good.
I would not suggest it to everyone though,
Yeah.
because it's a weird boy.
Yeah. I would do the same thing probably with a ghost story. Did you hear about that? Came out 2017.
I know what you're talking about. I never saw it. I wanted to see it.
It was very good. I really enjoyed it.
I tell you what's a wild horror movie. The Witch.
I haven't seen it. It's on my list.
That is the weirdest movie I've ever seen. Incredibly unsettling. I felt like my skin was crawling the entire movie. Like it just makes you just
Feel uncomfortable. Yeah,
like it just makes you feel gross.
I think you said on Movie Podcast 7.
I love it though.
Or movie episode 1 of 1000 or 2 of 1000.
Yep.
On one of them, you said something made you uncomfortable, like you had been on a Boy Scout camp for 3 days without a shower. And I thought that was like a perfect feeling analogy.
That is the perfect analogy to that movie. Oh, it's so good though.
A ghost story isn't really... I don't want to say and spoil anything. Like, not much... I don't want to say not much happens in it. A lot happens in it. But I think the whole point of the film is like the themes of it and the story of it sticks with you. As opposed to like a very linear story of like Star Wars, like they go blow stuff up. You see an X-wing and lightsaber.
A kilogram.
Okay. A ghost story is absolutely not that. It's 100% just a story of
A kilogram
of like people. It's kind of hard to pinpoint what it's about without talking about.
I will watch it.
It was very good, and I think you would really enjoy it.
I will have to watch it.
But definitely don't read the Amazon reviews. If you go to Amazon and watch it, you get it free with Prime, which is how I watched it.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to watch it then. I have the Prime.
Don't read the Amazon reviews. Some of them are like, "This is stupid. Nothing happened in the whole movie." I'm paraphrasing and also making fun of people that don't like films. But don't read the Amazon
I think
reviews.
they were talking about
Unless you want to.
they were talking about their own lives.
There we go.
Sick burn.
Ooh.
Gotcha.
But A Ghost Story is probably one of my favorite movies of 2017, and I saw The Last Jedi.
We don't need to stay here another hour.
No, I know
having
we
me
don't.
rant about The Last Jedi.
The Last
Which I
Jedi.
still haven't done on this show yet, by the way.
We'll have a Last Jedi showdown once we get all the audio stuff and everything else figured
I
out.
think what you mean is we're going to have an hour-long rant where you don't get to say anything.
Maybe, I guess.
So it's coming.
Yeah, I suppose so. Well, this isn't movie podcast number 5 or 6 or whatever.
That's next week.
I do want to do a monthly movie show. I think that'd be a good
I
idea.
agree.
I also want to do funny skits and bits every once in a
More
while.
milk runs.
Turn the Third Opinion podcast into the Third Opinion, whatever Ethan
Third
and Elisha
Opinion
wants
Milk
to
Run.
do. I got editing software now. You may have noticed. The Milk Run.
Third Opinion Milk Run.
Third Opinion Milk Run. Watch
How's
Milk
this?
Run Part 1, Part 2.
How's this milk, Elisha? Wet and savory.
Wet and savory. Very good. I had fun doing the Milk
I
Run.
did too. It's a good time.
It would have been a lot easier if we just had like the phone camera in the center of the console, like it is in my car, like the way it's set up in my car.
And boy, was my arm tired.
Yeah.
It's not a joke.
Boy, was my arm tired from carrying the show, quite literally.
One of these shoulders are rather large. They could hold at least a kilogram. Oh boy.
You know what we're at for time, Papa Boy?
I don't,
I don't either.
but I'd say it's
We're
about
getting-
time to wrap up this kilogram.
We're getting close. Since this is the latter half,
It's time to kilo this gram.
You might be right.
Gotcha.
Since this is the second half of the show, I am going to probably just edit them both together and make it one episode again.
One Frankenstein boy.
One Frankenstein podcast. That's pretty much just the show that we have. All the past episodes are pretty much just the Frankenstein podcast. Except we haven't mentioned Al Frankenstein once.
How much does he weigh, Elisha?
Maybe 1 kilogram or 2.
A kilogram.
Just about. Oh, boy.
All right, folks.
We do appreciate you for listening. And if this is short, sorry. If it's long, sorry. We'll make it better in the
If
future.
it's sorry, we're not sorry.
Exactly. Ethan, where can the people find you? Besides on Facebook and on YouTube.
In my house, but I hope they don't find me there.
I hope they don't find you there. If
I'd
they
be
do,
I'd be a little concerned.
would you be a little coarse? Oh, it doesn't make sense unless you like establish it with something else beforehand. Whatever.
We're not racing.
You want me to put your Twitter in the bio for the descriptions of these?
I don't use my Twitter.
I know you don't use your Twitter.
I mean, I guess.
Okay, I'll just link
Tweet,
the Facebook.
tweet her at me. I won't tweet her back. But tweet her at me.
And then you can just listen to the radio station and like the Facebook
I'm
page.
also on the Facebook.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hopefully the next week's episode will be a good fun boy. We'll find out and we'll see in the next episode of the Third Opinion podcast.
Podcast.
Third Opinion.
Third Opinion podcast.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Good night.